Hello. It's been a while. Uh, I was gonna do this series weekly, but we'll do that after this. A lot of people have made videos on Chainsaw Man, so wait. Let me get this in here first. There you go. It's actually I think it's backwards on on the video, but ignore that. Who gives a fuck? Um, a lot of people have made videos on Chainsaw Man, obviously because it's one of the most popular anime because of the hype surrounding it before it came out, which was surprising to me. As much as I love it and it's one of my favorite manga, I didn't expect it to become as big as it has, to say the least. But I was gonna make a weekly review, but we're just gonna do episode 6 to before, so 1 through 6, and then we'll do a weekly review after. Every Tuesday, I'll probably watch the episode, watch it again, maybe a third time. We'll make a video on it, and it'll be uploaded that night. Probably. That's what we'll try to do. We'll see what happens. Scheduling conflicts thing could occur, but we'll see. So far, this is going to be a quick video because people have made so many videos on it that we'll just get to the point. Chainsaw Man episode 1 through 6 has been pretty good. Going at about a 3-chapter pace. We're at like chapter 18. It's going fast. It always feels like the episodes are filled with a lot, but it doesn't give you the vibe that it's rushing things. Rather, in episode 6, I'd even argue felt a bit slow, but it did go through 3 chapters, so it did what it was supposed to. This is only for people that have watched all the episodes, so they know everything that's going on. I just kind of wanted to discuss how the adaptation is very different. I think one of the significant differences from the manga is just the manga has so much implied emotion that the anime has actually had to interpret, that it's taken away from the occasional joke or thing that the manga went for. Not to say it's bad. Like I said, I've enjoyed it and I still get the joke, but it's not quite as slapsticky, which no surprise there. Nobel Peace Prize thing, just as good as in the manga though. But there were a few jokes, and there was cut content from episode 2, and that's probably my biggest gripe. It's just the cut content. I understand that the section was kind of like a shonen keep the eyes interested section in the first place, but it did more naturally give us explanations. Maybe naturally, it depends on really how you look at it. It is kind of a forced moment, but essentially the cut content, if you don't know, uh I'm being a little vague about it, but basically what happens is this guy runs over when they're trying to get food, him and Makima, and he says like his daughter got kidnapped and it was from a muscle devil. Well, he doesn't know it's the muscle devil, but that's not the point. Just read the fucking manga. And he goes over, and a lot of stuff's kind of explained about what's going on, right? More naturally, he gets the Makima explanation that they just put in the car in the anime. That doesn't happen. He gets it explained to him right as he's supposed to get food, and that's why the soba's soggy, where it's just soggy because he passes out in the anime. Makes a little less sense, but it's whatever. It's not a big deal. The funny part though is, if I'm correct, in that third ending, the Muscle Devil's in it, which is really funny that it's cut content, but the Muscle Devil's in the third ending. But it's a gripe I have. It doesn't really sting that much. It's not like a significant moment, but it's significant enough that I'm like, I wish they would have adapted it. I really do. Um, One to one, the whole one to one adaptation thing is bullshit. People don't believe that. You don't want a one to one adaptation. You want a interesting interpretation of an adaptation that is faithful. And for the most part, Chainsaw Man is, except for that little content, which is my one gripe. The adaptation is much more how I would imagine Fujimoto would want his manga adapted today. I think if Chainsaw Man were to come out, like an anime got announced halfway through the original run of Chainsaw Man, before part 2, before it was all over, I think the anime would actually look a lot different. Not only because it's, it wasn't as popular, but the big thing is he's gone a lot more avant-garde with his paneling, much more movie inspired, obviously. I'm not gonna like suck it off. I enjoy it. I enjoyed the old manga. I'm not gonna, grandstand how he is now, but it is how he is now. He's much more, cinematic, which is why, you know, the anime feels the way it does. Overall, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed the adaptation. That's all I really wanted to say. I'll be making, like I said, a weekly review from here on out where we go more in depth. We've kind of gotten past the, beginning shit, and now we're getting to more significant story. We're getting to, what's going on more. And hopefully they'll announce a season 2. We'll give a theory here. How the manga has played out so far, or how the anime has, is we're looking to end around 38, chapter 38. They will, just because of how the arcs line up, it seems like they need to end around 38 or 40, where currently it's not on that pace, so they're gonna have to either speed some dialogue up, speed some moments up, or cut a little content somewhere, but they want to be around that 38 or 40 because they're actually on pace for around 36, kind of. Now, to be fair, that first episode was 1 chapter, and then we've done 17 cents, but we've seen they had to cut down content to do 17 chapters in that 5 episodes. But where the arcs line up, they want to be at around 38. If there's a season 2, let's say they'll do another 40, they'll get around 80, and maybe they end it with a movie. That wouldn't surprise me to be their goal, is to season 1, season 2, maybe make season 2 a little longer. We'll see, and then end it with a movie. I'm sure Fujimoto would love that. So that might be their goal. That's kind of how the series lines up, but we'll see. We'll see how it lines up. I imagine they want to finish the next arc before the season's over. But like I said, they're kind of on pace for doing that, but they're going to need to do something to speed it up, or they'll do the opposite. They'll slow it down and just wait for it to do that next season. I can't see them doing that. I think that'd be a very big mistake, considering it's like one of the more significant arcs. Not the most significant. It's basically how this series begins is arcs gradually get more significant, as most series are, but some series just have random one-off arcs that aren't as important. But this one, they gradually get more and more important. As the story does, things get crazier, things get wilder. So we'll see. So far through 1 through 6, I've loved all the endings. 6 was a bit weaker than the other ones, but the 1 through 5 endings, great. Love them. 1 was a little bit weaker as well, actually. But yeah, definitely 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are all great endings. Loved all those. There's nothing to comment really about some of the animation looks jarring, but I actually like the feel it gives. I understand it is jarring and people might be like, what the fuck? But it's mostly the fact that some CG's used, sometimes CG's not used. Sometimes it looks like CG's being used, but CG's not being used. So it's looked crazy, visually jarring, which I actually think is good for it. The series overall is getting a 9.5 for me. The anime, anyways. The series at 10 for me. But the anime so far is at a 9.5, mostly just because of that cut content. That cut content is giving me a 0.5 off, my rating's biased because I love the manga, and I was reading it since it came out, because if you don't know, when Shonen Jump had its, simultaneous releases, on the app, Chainsaw Man was one of the mangas that started during that time. So a lot of people that started to get those that actually went on the app. This was one of the series that started then. Is very good. That's why we're giving it that 9.5. It might, hey, it might get to a 10, next episode. But that's just how I feel. I've obviously had my gripes, and I don't blame people that are kind of weirded out by how jarring some of the shit is, but I like it. And that's what matters. What I think matters. What do you think? Well, let me know what you think. If you want. Or don't. I don't really fucking care. Thanks for watching, and bye.